So first thing we need to change obviously is our heading, which will be categories. Art, we don't need ink type as we're not uploading any files to the server, so that can go. Now the first one will be name, and obviously we need to display name here as well of the category. Then we will have our input. It's not going to be select, so we can remove all this. Let's leave the validate here. Let's copy this input from the second row, and we can actually remove all these rows down to the one with the submit button, because we only have one field here. And let's paste it under our validation message, and it is name as well, so we don't have to change anything here basically. Get sticky text is fine. FLD as well. I'm just going to put on a new line so it doesn't go so much to the left. That seemed to be fine. Obviously we're going to display two validation messages. One will be for the name and the other one will be for the duplicate name. So let's copy this index name here, duplicate name. Okay, name duplicate. So that's all fine. Our form is actually done, I would say. Now if we scroll up, you may remember we've created this duplicate category. We call this a duplicate category method inside of the object catalog. So if we open our catalog class, let's close the browser, scroll down, we keep products here underneath, so maybe we should put this duplicate category together with the categories. Okay, after get category, then let's create a few new lines and start with public function duplicate category, and we take in name and ID by default null as well. We're going to assign null to name as well, but we will only check if is an empty name, because when you're adding, we obviously don't have any ID, but when we will be editing, then we have to exclude this ID from the statement. Because let's say you're updating a record of category called books, and then if you simply click on update without changing anything, it would give you the message that obviously this record already exists. But if you say exclude this ID of this specific record, then obviously it's going to check all other records but not the one you're updating. Anyway, I'm going to show you now how it's going to work. So SQL equals select all from, let me look at this, underscore table, where name equals, and then single quote and concatenating with this db escape name, concatenating with single quote. Now we finish the statement, and we check by saying we concatenate it only if there is a value assigned to the ID. So is an empty ID, we continue with and ID doesn't equal, and then obviously concatenation with this db escape ID, and that's it. Then we otherwise null, so obviously we don't add anything to a SQL statement otherwise. Let's put actually on a new line so that we can read it a little bit better. So basically if ID isn't empty, then we add this to the statement, otherwise we don't add anything, and this is going to be the only statement which will be executed. Okay, now we simply return this db fetch 1, and we pass SQL as parameter. We can obviously return false if name is empty. Okay, so we have duplicate category. Now ads file is practically finished. So if we go back to our page, click on new category, if we click on add, we have please provide a name, because obviously we didn't provide anything. If we provide a new name, test category, and click on add, we've got some error here, catalog add category, undefined method. So if we go back to our file, as you can see, we're calling add category method here. So again, we go to the catalog, let's create this method right after the get category before the one we've just created. So if we create a few new lines, and let's move to the next video. We have to split this video actually rather than having large files to watch. Let's move to the next video and create this function there.